I'm wonderful. How you doing? Good. Sharp.
You got a coat? Oh, all right.
I'm good, my friend. Big campaign.
Good morning, everyone. I want to call this September the 16th, 2025 meeting to order. This morning we are going to be led in our invocation by Reverend Aaron F. Ott from St. Matthias Anglican Church. Our Pledge of Allegiance is going to be led by Commissioner Dorsey. If you're able to stand, I'd love for you to join us.
Let's pray. Our Father in heaven, who has given us human governments to order the affairs of men for the flourishing of those that bear your image, grant, we beg, your wisdom to these assembled here who must decide upon actions facing the community. Fill them with your spirit in such a way that those looking on and see how business is conducted, how integrity is maintained, and how families prosper and thrive will know that surely your blessing rests upon this city. Give to them that humility, that knowing whose ministers they are, directs them ever back to you for health, wisdom, and eternal life. These things we ask on account of him who has been himself the ultimate benefit and savior of all mankind, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah. Man, you got me fired up.
Yeah.
Sound like a choir.
Yeah. Good job, young people. That was
Yes.
good. All right, well, City Clerk, if you will take note that we are all here in attendance today. And we are now moving on to agenda item number 4, which is approval of our previous minutes from the August 14th. If I could have a motion and a second, please.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion and a second is for approval. Any discussion or changes on those minutes?
Clarity, that's for both sets of minutes.
You are exactly right. I'm so sorry. That would be for the August 14th, 2025 work session and the September 2nd, 2025 meeting. Yes, thank you, City Clerk, for that. Motion then will reflect that in the second, City Clerk. Would that work?
Yes.
Okay. All right, then, thank you for clarifying. All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. All right, we have now communications from City Commissioner and the Mayor and City Commission. And we have 2 proclamations this morning. We have a proclamation. First up is the IT Professionals Day. We ask on our department head, Nikki Kearns, our Information Technology Director, to meet me at the podium. Yeah, when I first saw all this blue, and I felt like I was in the land of the giants. I mean, of course, I feel that way every day, but let me see here, make sure I have that. Where's Nikki?
Nikki.
Okay.
Scary right now.
All right. What a team. I just want to say just a brief something about IT and that they are kind of hidden away a lot of times, and But if you could imagine just how important our technology is to the 12 departments that are interacting with one another each and every day. We have a lot of computers, a lot of software, a lot of hardware, a lot of people communicating, and it's so extremely important. But the other thing is, if you don't know this, that we are under attack every day from outside sources that are trying to gain access into our technology system. And so I want to just say how much I and the commission appreciates the work of the IT department. So as we look at this IT Professionals Day, if y'all will let me read the proclamation. Whereas the National Information Technology Professionals Day is celebrated on the third Tuesday of every September in recognition and appreciation for IT professionals who are responsible for the critical technology infrastructure relied on to power our digital experience. And whereas the City of Dothan's IT professionals, who include network engineers, system administrators, analysts, specialists, technicians, and support, play a critical role in managing and maintaining the essential systems and applications that allow the city to serve its residents with excellent services. And whereas the City of Dothan's IT services include application and systems development, cybersecurity preparedness, geographic information systems, network infrastructure, support, telecommunications, and training. And whereas currently 22 IT professionals across our organization provides these services to our residents and our employees and are called upon to overcome a myriad of new challenges in a rapidly changing environment. And whereas the City of Dothan has been improved by the dedicated efforts of our IT professionals who have increased efficiency, have protected our city assets, and improved the safety of our residents and our employees. Now, therefore, I, Mark Saban, Mayor of the City of Dothan, Alabama, do hereby proclaim September 16, 2025 is IT Professionals Day. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Nikki Kearns, the IT Director, and as the Mayor mentioned, you're dedicated, so this is a condensed team of our IT professionals ranging from IT techs all the way up to Assistant Director. I wanted to recognize them for a moment and share how important they really are. As he mentioned, they're a vital part of this organization. I'm really proud of each and every one of you guys and the efforts that you guys put through day in and day out. If you guys wouldn't mind taking a moment, we're going to, I think that's it. If you guys want to take a moment, let's do a picture and then, is that okay? Yeah, is that okay? So let's do a picture and thank you guys again.
Hey, you can't be seen, come on. I can't be seen.
Thank y'all.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
David? No, y'all stand next to me. I get nervous people standing behind me. Not you, though. If you don't know, this represents the Wiregrass Area Food Bank right here. This gentleman, and he has a large team behind him of volunteers and people, and they help feed our people in the city of Dothan, Alabama, and the Wiregrass area, and I'm grateful for that. So today we are recognizing a proclamation for Hunger Action Month. Whereas the Wiregrass Area Food Bank has distributed 1,351,210 pounds of food last year through Houston County's 54 participating agencies, and they have provided 1,055,633 meals for Houston County citizens. And whereas the Wiregrass Area Food Bank serves 599 Houston County senior citizens through the Brown Bag program of the Wiregrass, and whereas during the past 35 years, the food bank has distributed more than 94 million pounds of food that would have otherwise gone to waste, helped provide more than 73 million meals, served approximately 100 agencies, and provided support to the Wiregrass during times of natural disaster. Now, therefore, I, Mark Slivman, Mayor of the city of this great city of Dothan, Alabama, and in such capacity, do hereby proclaim September 2025 as Hunger Action Month and urge the citizens of Dothan to help fight hunger in our community by supporting the Wiregrass Area Food Bank. Thank you so much.
You know, the mayor's very kind, but I realize, and Julie, our assistant director, realizes that it's not us doing the work, it's everybody in this community doing the work. 35 years ago, two gentlemen got together and got the idea rolling. In July of 1990, about 3,000 pounds of food was distributed the whole month. Today, over on Twitchell Road, we'll distribute 10,000 pounds. That was a vision that these two gentlemen had, and the impact, we can't really measure the impact. It goes on and on and on. One thing you guys would be happy about is some of the food we get would otherwise end up in landfill. But it's not. It goes to a hog farmer, so it's still being used and kept out of the ground, being useful. But like I said, the 35 years and 25 years for me, we've made a big impact, and we have a lot of great partners throughout the Wiregrass and here in Dothan. And it's been my pleasure. I found a niche when the board of directors hired me that I could excel, and I think Julie feels the same way. And it's been my pleasure to be the executive director or CEO now. I got a title change. I didn't get a raise or anything like that. I got a title change. But it's been my pleasure to be heading up this organization for all these years and just making an impact on people. And like I said, I'm very fortunate that I found a niche where I could excel and make a difference in this world. But thank you so much to the commission for this recognition for the food bank and Food Bank Awareness Month. And as Julie would say, there's one person that's going to go to bed tonight in a food emergency. But the best thing about that is statistically there are 5 that can help them. So 5 out of 6 can help that one person when they're in a food emergency. So thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you all for that. We will start now with our communications from our city commission. Commissioner Dorsey.
Just one, Mayor, please. I told Randy not to lower the flag because I'm not dying yet. I'm leaving, but I'm not going away. The past 12 years have been an extraordinary experience serving as a District 1 City Commissioner. Each elected year, I put 100% dedication and commitment into the office that I was elected to do. At times, this duty was challenging, but with those challenges came great rewards, watching the city of Dothan grow in my district. To all the newcomers, understand there will be challenges, and you will often question why you put yourself here. But when the citizens of Dothan approach you in grocery stores and different outlets and they tell you that you're doing a great job, it makes a difference and it makes you work even harder. Thank you to the mayor and the past mayor and all the fellow commissioners and colleagues that I serve with. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be here to serve. And to all the department heads, I appreciate you. We have a great staff, great team here at the city of Dothan. I really had the pleasure and honor of serving with you all. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, first of all, I wanted to say, man, it's so good to see so many young people in the audience, and it was absolutely evident during our Pledge of Allegiance. So it sounded like a choir out there. So good to see you guys. But I just want to echo real quick, so without giving a speech, that it has been a tremendous pleasure serving. Been one of the greatest things I've ever done to sit up here amongst you guys and to work with the department heads, but not going anywhere, absolutely not going anywhere either. I'll remain active. I said that when I started, and so, but thank you, everyone, for all you've done and what you're going to continue to do. Good to see the commissioners-elect, Dave Stock and Vivian Daniels here. Welcome you guys, and I'll still be around. I think that's all. Thanks.
I'd just like to commend the outstanding job that these commissioners and Mr. Ferguson's done. It's been a pleasure to serve you, and I'd like to re-express the sentiments of the young people in the audience as well. But I'll warn you, young people, one day I was sitting out there and I said, I want to sit in this seat right here, and that's when the dream was born that I was going to sit up here one day. And I didn't hardly even know that many people with the city or anything else. That dream drew into me, sitting here, so that's great. Excuse my attire. I've been fighting with a runoff election all this morning, just waving at people, telling them thank you for voting. And if you have time, please get out and vote today. And I'd like to thank all of the city departments for answering citizens' concerns and issues. While I walked every street of this neighborhood, Andy loved the public works department. I appreciate every effort, and just thank you guys again for your service. Thank you.
Ferguson?
I'm sorry. It's been a great honor to serve for the past 12 years. So much I could mention that we've done together. So I'm sorry.
All right.
We've been through a lot. Pandemic, Hurricane Michael, so many challenges to our city, and we have pushed through all of them. Sorry, I'm not good at this, Mayor.
That's okay.
But I'm extremely thankful and grateful to have served. I've worked with two exceptional mayors, many outstanding commissioners. We have an extremely capable city manager and a dedicated and effective team of directors. Our workforce, you saw some of them today. They're passionate and they work hard and they serve all of us every day. It's been a tough week for all of us, what's happened across this country. And this morning, I noticed a young man sitting at the corner of Foster and Troy Street with a sign that says, "Come talk to me about God." So I did. And it turns out he graduated high school with my daughter, and I'd not seen him in many years. But, God's still in control. And you guys showed me that today when you said the Pledge of Allegiance. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to serve. Sorry, I'm so emotional. I didn't plan to be. But I look forward to the next phase of my life, and I'll be supportive of all of you and what you do and the decisions you make. But Tina and I are looking forward to a few road trips. But God bless you all. Thank you so much for letting me serve.
Thank you.
It's hard to follow up some of those comments, especially with some of my colleagues who aren't going to be fighting this fight with me for the next 4 years. But it's been an honor of a lifetime to call you a colleague, a fellow commissioner, but better yet, a friend. And I'm a big team guy. I've always been on teams, And that's what this is. We're a team fighting to do the right thing for the city of Dothan. And these three guys up here that are I don't want to say retiring. I mean, they're taking a break maybe. Maybe we can get them back on something. But, you know, it's these type of people who fight these fights that give us the ability to succeed as a community. And they give up time with their family. They give up time with their churches and things like that to serve this community. And these are three of the finest gentlemen that I know, and it's been, like I said earlier, a pleasure of a lifetime to be able to serve with you. And I look forward to us working together in whatever capacity that might be in the future. So thank y'all.
Yeah, kind of the same for me. It is a great honor to have served and to continue to serve. And it's going to be different not having these guys here. I mean, Kevin and John have been here since before I got here. And so it's going to be different. And Aristotle, it's just been great to be able to communicate, and people maybe will have different ideas and different thoughts, and we can all talk with respect, and respect everybody's ideas and come out with a solution. So this has been, it's incredible. And for me, luckily we'll get to continue to do this. And to see this big crowd, the young kids, I mean, that's great. I appreciate y'all coming and having a full audience here for this to really honor these guys who have given their lives, a lot of the time of their lives and their families to do this. And so it's going to be different, and I do appreciate all that you've done for this city, and you'll be remembered. I know you're not going away, but just like former commissioners and mayors, things that happen in 20 years, people will look back and say, well, who had the ideas? Who did all this stuff? I look at it today with different things in this city, and it's incredible, the forethoughts that people had. So hopefully one day we'll be maybe thought of that way too, of making decisions that were good for this community. So thank you guys for your service. I do want to remind everybody again to vote District 2, 3, and 5 going on right now. And I just want a little, another thing that we're, I guess, basically done with Porter Park. It looks amazing if you didn't get a chance to go this weekend. Another project, again, that the vision has been here for that and the support financially to do that. So there's many other things on the horizon. So I'm just excited for my next 4 years. So thank you guys. It's been an honor to serve with you.
Well, to follow all that, I'm going to save my comments for last on my colleagues, but wanted to acknowledge our distinguished young students that were here that led in such a rousing Pledge of Allegiance, and say this is our from Jerry Lee Fain Elementary, if you don't know them, 4th, 5th graders. Coach Jeffrey Brown, if you raise your hand, Coach Brown, right there in the front, big guy, has worked with young people at Jerry Lee Fain for quite some time, and he and I have grown to be friends and through our relationship there, and I appreciate, Coach Brown, all that you've done with the young people there and putting in your time. We invite them here each year to see a commission meeting and learn about our city government, and so thank y'all for being here this morning. The past Commissioner Crutchfield's, yes, we do have a runoff election. Please, we anticipate light turnouts, but we need to get there and vote. This was a runoff election for Districts 2, 3, and 5. You have plenty of time to get there before 7 o'clock, tonight. It has been my pleasure to work for 8 years with Commissioner Ferguson and Commissioner Kirkland and Commissioner Dorsey, and have gotten to know them as true gentlemen and caring and of people in their district. And you don't be a public servant unless you really, truly care about the public, because this is a people's job. This is where you deal with people each and every day, and you affect their lives with the decisions that we make. And I know them to be honorable men that care about what they've done in their time here. And I am very grateful for them that serving our community in the way that they have. And I'm going to ask you, if you would, give a standing ovation for those three gentlemen today. Thank you. All right, City Manager, we're turning it over to you for this next part of our meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I'd like to invite Lisa Matheny up to the podium and any of the family members that she wants to bring.
And my friend.
So, last week, we had a little party for Lisa. She hit 25 years with the city, and I've been here long enough, I remember when she started and all of the different departments that she's worked at. I think everybody would agree that whenever she went to a new job, she put everything she had into it. I know a lot of them took long hours and nights and some weekends work, and I know that we all greatly appreciate the job she does. She keeps our office running smooth and keeps me in line and where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there. So it's a great honor to give you this 25-year service certificate, Lisa, and we hope to have you here for a while longer. Thank you to Bill and family for sharing her with us over the last 25 years. We do appreciate it.
Wow, that 25 years went really fast. Because I remember just hoping that I would make it to 10. So here I am, all this time later. Let me introduce y'all to my family that are here with me. My husband, Bill, my daughter, Sarah, my son-in-law, Love, Scott. And if you know me, you know that my grandchildren are the sunshine in my heart. And our youngest two are here today. This is Hadley and Barrett. And my daughter my daughter Robin is watching live stream from Charleston right now. So love y'all. When I started with the city, I couldn't have imagined all the great people that I would meet, the lessons that I would learn, and the opportunities that would come my way. I've truly been blessed. I'm grateful to my city family, past and present, that have supported me, especially in the last 18 months. Y'all have just been great to me, and I'm sorry. I've been blessed to work alongside a lot of great people. I'm grateful for the many friendships that I've made, the laughter, the fun, and even the challenges that come along as the years go by and shape who we are. The city's been good to me and has truly become family. I am proud to be a very small part of what keeps things spinning every day. So thank you for recognizing me on this milestone that I never thought I'd see, but here I am.
Just have a couple of other items, Mr. Mayor. First off, as Halloween approaches, Dothan Utilities is asking everyone to be on the lookout for street and security lights that may not be working. You can report those to 615-3302 or by going to the city's website and clicking report a concern. We want to make sure we keep everything as safe as we can for trick or treat. Also, as Commissioner Crutchfield mentioned, last Saturday was the first event in our Porter Park and Events Plaza. It was a great event. Everybody seemed to have a great time while I was there. And so to follow up on that, this Friday night, September 19th, the Park Concert Series will continue with Volume 3 in the Porter Park Events Plaza. It's going to start at 5:30 and will feature Southern rock and roll, including Otis all the way from Kentucky. Food and retail vendors will be on site as well. Admission is free and all ages are welcome, so come out and experience our downtown music scene. That's all I have, sir.
Thank you. Can't beat free music, can you?
That's right.
All right, we are on item number 7. If you're following along on your agenda, is communications from the city clerk office. And we have an application for a retail beer and retail table wine license off premises only for Muddeer's Mini Mart located at 912 Columbia Highway. If there's anyone that wishes to speak on just this particular item, this application, if they will, please step forward to the podium.
Morning. My name is Zan Stewart, and I'm a representative of Muddeer's. Tammy Potter and Tony Potter is not here, so I'll be speaking for them today. He did give me some notes. With Muddeer's is named after affectionately after my grandmother that has passed away, but she instilled in us business, anything, like I own daycares. Of course, Tammy and Tony own daycares, and as y'all may know, they own a lot of different things. And they decided to open Muddeer's, which, as I can remember as a little girl, she had a store back in the day. And so they decided to bring that into the future and be able to allow, like, even like our children to even be able to work and even be able to help in that community where it is. And he did give me some notes. That was just something I wanted to say. It's a convenience store with a short order kitchen. The hours would be 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And this license would request for off premises, I guess that's for the liquor license only. That's it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Anyone else wish to speak on this application? Okay. Seeing none then, I'll entertain a motion and a second for approval or denial.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for approval. Any discussion, Commission?
Just
All
glad
in
to see
fa-
something about,
Oh, yeah.
open back up. No, it's great to see that
Yeah.
spot be filled again.
Awesome, thank you. Sorry, I was jumping there.
That's all right. I know you're trying to speed along.
All right, no other question, discussion, then all in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. All right, thank you. Number 8 is another public hearing, which is regarding the rezoning of approximately 94 acres located on the southwest intersection of Barrington Road and Dale County Road 25. It's referenced item 11 number below. If there's anyone that wishes to speak on this particular item, item number 8, if they will, please come forward at this time.
Hello.
Good morning.
All right. My name is Mary Hannah Owens, and I live, do I have to say where I live for this one? Oh, okay. At 103 Pleasant Valley Drive. It's Midland City, but it's Dothan. It's a different, jurisdiction kind of issue. I'm also on the Dothan Planning Commission, and I voted against this rezoning. The reason I voted against it is due to firsthand knowledge living in an area where jurisdictions are complicated. It would be irresponsible for this move to move forward as it is a safety issue. Ideally, emergency resources should be able to communicate and respond quickly, but in areas like these, it's not always so. The roads are also a safety issue as they are narrow and kind of like an old farm dirt road and can create a financial strain on the city possibly as who's going to be responsible for the maintenance of it. If this moves forward, I believe there should be an agreement of some sort by all jurisdictional entities to provide funding for one jurisdiction to provide services. It would be the responsible thing to do.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And if you don't mind, just say your name, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Luke Pennell, I'm an adjacent property owner for this development. I just want to say, first off, as a 23-year combat veteran, I want to say for your service, I appreciate it. You guys have embodied what it means to have a representative republic and upholding the values of what we have in our Constitution, so I appreciate that. Mr. Dorsey specifically, thank you as my district commissioner for any time I've asked you or called you or texted you, you've always responded, so I appreciate that. With that being said, I just want to say that myself and many other of my neighbors or residents in the community here are not necessarily opposed to developing the property. What I'm opposed to is, number one, the density of the property, and then number two, I have many issues with, as what one of our planning commission members had mentioned that I brought up on the 18th, was there's so many jurisdictional issues there. I have called for ambulance before, for fire rescue before. We've had Echo EMT from Pinkard show up. We've had 4 different jurisdictions from sheriff's departments to police departments show up. Nobody kind of knows what's going on. We're Dothan City in Dale County with a Midland City address. I'm the last house on Dothan City water. Everyone else gets Napier Field water. There's no gas out there. There's no utilities that goes to that property. So obviously there's a lot of things that need to happen. We are zoned, my property is R1. The adjacent Red Oak neighborhood is R4. The proposals for R3 and this 94 acres. The problem with that is the ingress and egress into this property is a safety hazard. Barrington Road is terrible. It's a trash dump. If you drive down it, I encourage you all to drive down Barrington Road. Not only do our garbage and recycle trucks drive down there and our bulk trash drive down there, it's dirt, it's terrible. There's runoff issues that go all the way into Murphy Mill Branch, that go all the way down to Kelly Springs. And everybody dumps their trash. Even though there's signs that says no rubbish, everybody dumps their trash. I'm not saying I do or our neighbors do, but if you drive down that road, it looks like the garbage truck has just opened the back door and dumped it all over the road down there. So I've got issues with environmental issues as far as what's going to happen to this property and runoff when the construction starts. Who's going to mitigate that risk going into the Murphy Mill Branch? I also have issues with that road on Barrington really needs to be paved. I've asked for a number of years now if we can get that road paved. But the issue is, it's Dale County, it's Grimes, it's Napier Field, and somewhere it's Dothan, and they're all the way down to Michelin. The other issue that I have is that safety-wise, as far as the curve right there on Dale County 25, it is a blind corner, and people speed like crazy down that road. And so we either need to have a traffic study, which I'm assuming has to happen anyway when there's a development that's going to go in, and figure out, is that the best course of action to put ingress and egress in that area? I don't believe it's a developer's responsibility personally that he should himself have to pave a public road, which Barrington would be, but we'd have to have some sort of public and private partnership to do that. Problem is, no one's talked to Dale County yet. Dale County doesn't even know this is happening. We don't even know if it's in Houston County technically, I guess, as far as where at down that road it happens or where the property is at. And then we don't also know, now I can say, the fire chief said at the planning commission meeting that because we're Dothan City, they would be responding, but I can tell you, they have not responded to issues that we've had before. They have gone to our neighborhood, but not specifically on Barrington Road. I personally tried to help one of our fellow citizens that almost killed himself on that road, having a car accident. And I had 4 different agencies show up and everybody left, and I had to wait for Echo EMT while I held this guy's head so he didn't have a neck injury while he was bleeding out in his truck. So my concern is that if we're going to develop this with 330 homes, which Dale County 25 cannot sustain that traffic, and Barrington cannot sustain that traffic, what are we going to do to ensure that people that move in there in the future are going to be able to have the jurisdictional protection or the support that they need that we technically are not technically getting ourselves as current Dothan City residents? So I appreciate your time. I appreciate that the Planning Commission took some of this into account and voted no on this. And I would say that if we could possibly get R1, that might be mitigating some of this as well, but there's more issues than who's going to control the area as far as a governing authority. That's my biggest concern. So I appreciate your time. Thank you, Commissioners and Mayor, and I'm sure some of my other neighbors will have some more to say about this. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have a hard time following up on that. He was prepared. I'm Scott Kennedy. I live in Oak Hollow, which is right across the street. Our homes range from 400 to 700,000, and I have no problem with putting in a neighborhood over there, but I do have a problem with putting in a neighborhood in the search of growth when you take away value from an existing neighborhood. So the main thing he was trying to say, everybody needs to drive down that road. If you're going over 35 miles an hour and you go down to the bottom of the hill, you'll bump your head on the top of your car. But who fixes that is in Dothan city limits. but it's Dale County. And then, like he said, I got a Midland City address, Napier Field Water. It's kind of confusing. I've had to call the police out there, and luckily I had a lot of people show up. I had Napier Field, Midland City, Dothan, everybody. So, it's just it's an odd situation, and there is no way 65 houses, that would be at least 2 cars per house average. That road could never handle that much more traffic at all. It needs to be widened and repaired. So I just like you guys to consider all those things, and especially what all he said. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We have one more, okay. If you would state your name, please, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everyone. Alfred Alexander. I live in Oak Hollow Estates over there where Scott and Luke is on the corner there. And I just want to say thank you for your service, everyone, and I appreciate it. Like Luke stated, you know, as a 30-year military veteran, we served our country. Now we're here serving our neighbors and the city, or the people of Midland City as well. It is an extreme safety hazard already existing on Dale County 25 going east or west. The road is narrow, and then I think Luke stated right there in the curve, you can't see. And then coupled with the fact that the growth of the grass there is just like, who's going to cut it? You know, several times I've thought about taking my rider out to cut it. My wife says, don't do that. It's not your responsibility. I got it. But because of that, that just makes it that much more dangerous traveling up and down Dale County 25. And then when you're going down the hill, if you're on the right side of the road, someone stated that you hit a bump and you hit the roof of your vehicle, which is true. If you're on the wrong side of the road, you don't bounce as severe. But to bring 300 plus homes into that area on such a narrow road, and then who's going to come check? Is it Dothan PD? Is it Dothan Fire? Is it Echo? Is it Pinker? Nobody knows. And that right there is just confusion. Several years ago, my wife had an illness. We called 911, we waited, and then Midland City Fire showed up, but it's like to take us to Dothan. Who's supposed to come? We call Commissioner Dorsey, and he comes to look after us periodically, but it should already be designated, predetermined. This is my area of responsibility, so let's take ownership and do what the people of Midland City expect them to do, as well as what we want them to do. And I just, me, if I get the vote, I wouldn't recommend it. It's just,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Stephanie Phillips, and I live up the road. So my land is adjacent to where he's wanting to build the neighborhood. And I live on the blind curve that they're all talking about. So when I go to pull out or to pull in, we have to put our blinker on way back at Oak Hollow Estates to make sure nobody rear ends us to pull into our house. When we go to pull out, we have to sit there a good minute to make sure nothing's coming either way so we don't get hit coming out. So it is a severe safety risk. They're all telling the truth. This is a severe safety risk on Dale County Road 25. Now, Barrington Road that everyone keeps saying needs to be paved, and the 94 acres that he's wanting to put the 300 houses on, Barrington Road does need to be paved, but it also would need to be widened, because right now you can only get one car down it. So if they pave it and then widen it, that's going to take even more land away from that 94 acres. So keep in mind that 94 acres, like I said, is just going to get smaller. So that's going to take even less room away from 300 and something houses. So I just don't think it's a good idea if y'all take that into consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Anyone else wish to speak on this item?
My name's Robert Garlington. I also am a owner in the Oak Hollow subdivision. And what I'd like to say is the previous people have done a really good job of painting a picture. And all I'm doing is supporting what they tell you, that this isn't one or two individuals that have a perspective. It's really a widespread issue. And again, you know, we want progress, but done the right way and very thoughtful about how we do it. So, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone that is also here that's not for it? Would just you stand up maybe so I'll know if there's anybody else. If you're not for it, yeah. That way I can get an idea. Okay. Well, awesome. Thank you. Is the developer here? Would you like to say anything?
Matt Chrysler, 643 Littlefield Road, Taylor/Dothan. But I think I have to vote in Taylor, right? For each of you. But okay, we understand developers are the enemy. I know that. What I try to do is I try to be the best of kind of a bad situation, but our goal as a company and our history is that we build affordable but higher quality, affordable, and then nicer communities that will be nice long-term. And that's our goal. One of the things about these bigger communities that this is a 10-year, approximately a 10-year development. It's, I would love it to go faster, but from a business standpoint, but they just don't always do that. So there will be times that it'll be added and then things can be corrected and improved and different things like that. And then, of course, we're sure that we will need to assist and help some in either contributing to Barrington Road in some degree, and that's one of the reasons that we are asking for a little higher density. Otherwise, it just doesn't even work to be able to develop it. And then what I happen to know from experience of 34 years of experience is that if we don't develop it in a good quality and nice way, another developer oftentimes comes in that just puts tract homes in and they don't really care and it doesn't do as good. So that's one advantage I hope that that I know that we contribute to the community with quality and nice subdivision entrances and good amenities and things is what we strive to do. Now, the reason we are asking for the R3 instead of an R2 zoning is because there's such a thing called a cradle community. Cradle communities are where young families can come and buy, they can afford to buy, and also empty nesters that are wanting to downsize can come. And so in the R2, the R3 design that we've got, concept that we've got, the purple would be more of an empty nester where it's designed for the people to have their yards maintained. The blue is more for the young couples. The green is lots that are larger, around the 12,000 square feet lots, and the zoning of R2 is the pink, and the pink is the 8,500 square feet lots. And so with this design, with the R2 zoning, all of the lots, we just kind of be cookie cutter, everything the same, and not have the diversity. And what in the history of development is when you put nicer, bigger homes in one part of it, they help keep and demand everybody else to be nicer, keep it nicer, and kind of keep the CC&Rs for the HOA to help it be. But it's also a healthy way to have younger older and families that are growing, so somebody can buy here as a young couple, move up when they have children, and then they can retire here in the same community and stay there pretty much their whole lives if they want to. And that has a track record historically of a better long-term development that people, it attracts people, people love to be in those. And that's why we are, I don't want to say the word pleading, but asking maybe is the right word, asking for the R3 zoning because we think it gives more open space. Central Park is what we're calling it because there's a beautiful strip of trees right in the center, and we would love to keep that, just underbrush some of it and have that be, keep it natural and beautiful. And then we also like to keep trees around the perimeter as much as we can possibly do that as well, to keep open space and green space and that type of thing. So that's all I think I have at this point.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Commissioner, you'll hear from our department head at item number 11, or do you want to hear that now?
I'm interested in the emergency response comments.
We'll look into that.
You want to, okay, do you want to hear from them? Does anybody want to hear from the department head now, or you want to wait till item number 11? Okay, all right, well, we'll move on then. So if there's, we're going to say that we've had, okay, all right, well, I think we've had enough people that have spoke on that particular item, so we'll call that public hearing closed. We'll be voting on that, and we reached down on item number 11. Item number 9 is a public hearing regarding the assessment of weed abatement cost against the various properties, and that's under item, reference number, item number 13 below. If there's anybody wishes to speak on weed abatement cost at this particular time on the various properties, then please come forward. Okay, no one is in the lobby coming forward on that item, and then there's no one here, so. Beg your pardon? Regarding the weed abatement, the assessment of weed abatement costs? Okay.
I noticed the fellow as I was coming in here spraying Roundup out there. And Roundup is dangerous to animals and all kinds of things. If you'll take sodium hypochlorite, which is 12.5%, it'll kill those weeds and it won't kill people and others. And it won't open up the city to more liability, which they don't need.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, anyone else wishes to speak on item number 9? Okay. Moving to item number 10, we have a public hearing regarding the adoption of the revised Community Development Block Grant 2025 through 2029 Consolidated Plan and the updated 2025 Year 1 Annual Action Plan, which is referenced under items number 14 and 15 below. If there's anyone that wishes to speak on this particular item at this time, to the podium. Okay, we have no one else in the lobby, nor here coming forward. Then I'll call the public hearing closed on item number 10. So we move to item number 11, which is ordinance number 2025-231, which is rezoning the property owned by Strickland Neal Revocable Trust, located on the southwest of the intersection of Barrington Road and Dale County Road 25, from AC to a district to an R3 district. This item would require an immediate consideration at this time. Also note that if this does not get an immediate consideration, it will automatically go on the agenda for next commission meeting. Okay? So do we have a motion or a motion for immediate consideration? Then in my understanding, if we don't receive it, then we'll go on to the next. That would also give us some time maybe to meet with some people to see if there's something that can be worked out to maybe satisfy both parties that are here today, those that are against the R3 and those that are here for that, maybe between now and the next 2 weeks, if that's all right.
It'll be on the October 7th agenda.
October 7th agenda.
But if it failed today, then it'd be done. So
No, sir.
this,
It goes automatically.
automatically?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That would give us some time to maybe
Yeah,
meet and
yeah,
talk.
I think that's best.
Is that, all right, we good? All right, and then immediate consideration motion, fails. So we'll move to the October 7th, for those of you that are here for that item. Does everybody understand that? Good, okay. All right. All right, we're on item number 12, which is ordinance number 2025-232, and it's amending Chapter 2, Administration of the City Code, City of Dothan Code of Ordinances to amend the agenda order of business and policy for decorum. This also requires a motion and a second for immediate consideration.
Motion for immediate consideration.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for immediate consideration. Requires unanimous vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
And if it doesn't have unanimous vote, it goes on another agenda.
We don't have a
3 weeks.
motion.
The only thing I have a problem with is if a member of the public wants to talk, it's got to be something on the agenda. I think I need a little bit more time on that. Yep, because pretty much, I'm fine whenever we want to have the member of public come speak. I just think we need to talk about that a little bit, about when what a member of the public can come talk about, because it may be something about he's having trouble with his house, is going to be bulldozed, and he's talked with the planning department, but if it's not on that agenda, he can't come talk about it. So that's kind of the problem I have is I kind of believe that anybody that wants to talk about actual government business for the actual purpose ought to be able to come in here and talk about it, and that's just my one voice.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions or discussions from the commission? Comments from the commission?
I would just like to have some more time with it, to really look into it.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Okay.
Rather than from just the last meeting, if it doesn't, it goes to the next one.
All right. So same thing here, failed to get a unanimous vote on immediate consideration, so it'll go to the October 7th for consideration at that time. Give us some time to maybe talk about that.
That's right.
Okay. We'll get city manager, if you don't mind, we'll get some from legal on that. Okay? All right, thank you. All right, item number 13 is resolution number 2025-233, confirming the cost incurred in weed abatement of properties determined to be nuisances and turning the amounts over to the county tax collector to be added to the next regular bills for taxes levied against the properties. Need a motion for that, please.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion is second is for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. Item 14 is resolution number 2025-234. It's rescinding resolution number 2025-137 and approving the revised CDBG projects that allocations for the program year of 2025. Need a motion for that, please.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion is second is for approval. Any discussion by the commission?
I'd just like to say, so I'm always part of CDPG. Thank you, Todd. Thank you all the board members. See, Chairperson Anita Dawkins here, so it's a lot of work that goes into that, so I just wanted to say thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. Item 15, resolution number 2025-235. It's rescinding resolution number 2025-180, adopting the revised CDBG 2025 through 2029 consolidated plan and the updated 2025 year one annual action plan.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second for approval. Any discussion or comment? All right. All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. Just as a reminder, before we get through items 16 through 19, those were tabled from last meeting, will require a motion each time for a motion and a second and the majority to remove it from the table. So item 16 is resolution number 2025-208. It's adopting the fiscal year 2026 operating and capital budget.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Need a motion.
Motion to remove it from the table.
Second.
Motion is second is to remove it from the table. All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right. Now a motion and a second now for approval of the resolution presented. Any discussion?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, and actually, maybe, Randy and Billy here, I actually asked to table it, and it was because it's something I've been passionate about for a long time, included some things going in the budget for Wiregrass pool, and so we've gotten that in the budget, so I want everybody to know that there's a collaboration going on First is what ran into design. Can you kind of talk about what we've discussed as far as?
Yes, sir. So, instead of amending the budget, we have, funds left over from another project that was funded in 2025, and we'll be able to roll those funds forward into 2026 to be able to use toward design services for, the wiregrass pool and, splash pad.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Ramona, thank you. I know it's been tough and hard, but it's something we've been working on for a long time, and so just wanted the community to know that it's coming, and so I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, any other discussion on item 16? All right, all in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. Item 17, same thing, resolution number 2025-210, granting cash appropriations to various agencies for fiscal year 2026.
Motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion removed from the table.
Yes, sir,
Second.
thank you.
Second.
Motion and second, remove it from the table. All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay.
Motion approved.
There we go. Need a second?
Second.
All right, motion and second for approval. Any discussion on this item? All right, hearing none, all in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. Item 18 is resolution number 2025-211. It's agreeing to provide funding for the operating expenses to various agencies for fiscal year 2026.
Motion to remove from the table.
Second.
Motion and second is remove it from the table. All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion seconds for approval. Any discussion on this item? All right, all in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. Item 19, resolution number 2025-212. It's appropriating the funds to the Dothan City Schools for fiscal year 2026.
Motion to remove from table.
Second.
Motion seconds to remove it from the table. All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion seconds for approval. Any discussion on this item? All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. All right, on item number 20, resolution number 2025-236, agreeing to allocate the required 20% match of the local funds for the fiscal year 2026 Unified Planning Work Program in an amount not to exceed $68,936.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion is second for approval. Any discussion from the commission? All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. Item 21, resolution number 2025-237, entering into an agreement with the Dothan Houston County Communication District for the city of Dothan to continue providing IT support services for 3 years at the annual cost to the district of $262,500.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion and seconds for approval. Any questions from the commission or discussion? All right, hearing none, call the question. All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. Item 22, resolution number 2025-238, and it's authorizing the mayor to sign a letter of authorization for the Blue Plains Technology to change the preferred carrier for the city's telephone service in accordance with the terms of the previously awarded bid.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion is second for approval. Any discussion or questions? All in favor say yea.
Is this,
Yea.
is this,
Oh,
an,
oh,
is this an acquisition or?
No, sir, that, it's continuing our service.
Okay, it's just a continuation. Okay.
Good?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, good, no problem.
I thought it was acquired.
All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. All right, item 23, resolution number 2025-239, entering into a renewal agreement with Black Box Network Services for MyTel phone controller software and telephony support services for 1 year at a cost of approximately $43,738.34.
Motion for approval. Second.
Motion seconds for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. Item 24, resolution number 2025-240, entering into a renewal agreement with UL Verification Services Incorporated for software and professional services for a 15-month period at a total cost of $13,038.13.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion seconds for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yea.
Yea.
Any opposed say nay. Item 25, resolution number 2025-241, authorizing the Alabama Municipal Electric Authority to sell Southeastern Power Administration renewable energy certificates of 2025 vintage through a specialized third-party broker.
Motion for approval. Second.
Motion and seconds for approval. Any discussion?
Just a great opportunity to make some money.
All for that. All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed, say nay. 26, resolution number 2025-242, awarding the bid, entering into a contract and issuing a notice to proceed to Wiregrass Rehabilitation Center Incorporated for Rip Hughes Stadium grounds maintenance and cleanup in the amount of $76,925.
Motion for approval. Second.
Motion and seconds for approval. Any discussion from the commission? All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed, say nay. Item 27, resolution number 2025-243, entering into an agreement with the Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind to provide interpreter services for 30 days at a cost of $65 per hour.
Motion approved.
Second.
Motion and seconds for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed, say nay. Item 28 is resolution number 2025-244, entering into an agreement with Center for Internet Security Incorporated for cybersecurity-related services for an initial term of 18 months at a sum of $4,995 with the option to renew annually at that then current rate.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion and seconds for approval. Any questions, discussion? All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed, say nay. Item 29, resolution number 2025-245, enter into an agreement with Assured Data Protection Incorporated for the purchase of backup management services for a first-year cost of $201,974.32 and annual payments of $191,854.42 for 2 years, for years 2 and year 3.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion is second for approval. Any discussion or questions?
Should we get an explanation there?
Sure,
Why we
City
do it
Manager.
and what it does?
Yes, sir. So this is the backup services for all of our information that we have on our servers. And they'll just provide the backup for us in case we have any need to go back to get that information or we have any kind of catastrophe. We'll be able to bring it back.
Good. Okay. All right. All good then. All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item number 30 on your agenda is resolution number 2025-246. That's superseding resolutions number 2021-271 and 2022-282 and entering into a new agreement with Axon Enterprise Incorporated for an upgraded bundled technology package to include hardware, software, services, and warranties at a total cost of $27,271,029.17 for a 10-year term.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion is second is for approval. Discussion.
Yes, can we get
Yes.
explanations for the meeting? I think
Yeah.
Chief talked to us about it, but I think this is great still. Can we get an explanation for the meeting?
Yes, sir. So what this is doing is it's a bundled service. It's using, not using the current in-car and body cam service we have. Plus, it's also including our tasers that we are already have a contract with Axon on. But it's lumping it all together. This will include the software needed for our real-time crime center, as well as our drone for first responder program. We'll be implementing all this over the next, throughout the 10-year period. And then anything that, any kind of upgrades or anything like that, we get that automatically as part of this contract.
It's good. Chief discussed this, but it allows us just to become a safer city, and we need that. I mean, things going on all over the country, but to add that drone and all of this software is absolutely needed and important, so appreciate it.
It will take Dothan to the next level
Yeah,
as far as public safety.
And my understanding, part of the 27, as you said, bundled, so it's part of the already budgeted contracts that we have in place.
That's correct.
This is not an additional 27 over
That's correct.
above and beyond.
When you look at it over 10 years, the cost that we're already paying for some of these services, it's really only a increase of a little over $500,000 over the 10-year period.
Okay, I wanted to make that point, make sure that the media and everyone else knew that as well. All right, any other questions or comments from the commission?
Yeah, I just want to thank Chief Benny and his team and everyone that's been involved in this. I do think it's a game changer. I love the fact it gives us the latest and greatest technology that's available at any given time. And I think it should be highly publicized that we take public safety very seriously here, and we're making a commitment to that today.
And and elections are hard, and I think elections are brutal in a lot of ways, but there is some positive things that come about this, and getting this, and my fellow commissioners and the city manager seeing the importance of this, and really pushing some effort of keeping our people safe is just a great thing. I just want to say thank you, and thank you to all the staff and police department for all they do. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else from the commission? All right. All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 31 is resolution number 2025-247. It's declaring a 2001 E1 pumper truck as surplus and authorizing the sale of the said vehicle to Alabama Power Company for use at Farley Nuclear Plant for $38,750.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second is for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 32, resolution number 2025-248, entering into an updated mutual aid agreement with Fort Rucker to provide fire and emergency medical services assistance as needed.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and second is for approval. Any discussion? All right, all in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 33, resolution number 2025-249, approving a statement of work, quote, and contracts from the Aquatic and Informatics for Rio Water Information Management System software with a one-time implementation fee of $9,055.76 and an annual subscription fee of $9,750.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion is second for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 34, resolution number 2025-250, modifying the contract with Brassfield and Gorey LLC for additional services needed for the City Hall project to include the City Hall Annex, resulting in an increase of $15,693,630 for a total not to exceed amount of $71,540,206, and appropriating the funds for the said change order.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion second is for approval. Can we get an explanation of that for the media and for the public at large, please?
Yes, sir. This is the location where the old Dothan Eagle building was. Originally, we had looked at renovating that building to house our IT and personnel departments. The cost of that was very expensive, and working with the contractor, they said that they thought they would be able to build a new building that was more in line with what we needed than the renovation. We worked with RDG, our design consultant, as well as Brassfield and Gorey throughout the process. When the numbers came in a little higher than we wanted, about halfway through design, we cut back on square footage on the building, took a really hard look at what exactly was needed for it. And so this is where we have come down to, and it is still cheaper than what the estimate for the renovation of the Dothan Eagle building was.
Okay. Questions from the commission?
Still in line with what we had generally budgeted and thought this project was going to cost.
It's a little bit more than what that is. We're actually going to have to appropriate $1.8 million to go to it, but with the costs are like they are these days, it's not totally unexpected.
Just pointing out, because when I read it, it almost looks like the whole project's costing $15 million more. That was planned.
Yes.
We only did the first part, the City Hall Annex. So I just want to make everybody aware it didn't jump up. I know you just said $1.8 million, so it didn't just go up $15 million.
No, sir.
Just to be clear, what's the difference between the renovated and now what cost we are square foot now?
I don't remember the square footage
525?
cost, but it was $18+ million for the renovation, if I recall correctly.
So total cost $3 million. We still $3 million to the good, so to speak.
For a brand new building.
So renovating the Dothan Eagle would have cost around 18.
Okay. Any other comments from the commission? The only other one I would make is that Andy and city manager have assured me that they will continue to look at value engineering as we go, and that just because we're moving forward with this item doesn't mean we're going to continue to look for cost savings as we go, right?
That's our goal on every project.
There we go. All right, then. All right, anything else, any from the commission? All right, all in favor say yay.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. 35, resolution number 2025-251 is entering into a private development agreement with Lee Byford for the installation and maintenance of a new fire main and meters for La Strada at 151 West Main Street.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion is seconds for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 36, resolution number 2025-252, awarding the bid, entering into a contract and issuing associated contract documents to Schmidt Environmental Construction Incorporated for the Little Shothatchee wastewater treatment plant sludge conveyor replacement project in the amount of $490,900 and appropriating the funds for the said contract.
Motion for approval. Second.
Motion seconds for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 37, resolution number 2025-253, reappointing Sebring Wood IV as a member of the Historic Preservation Commission.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion seconds for approval. Any discussion?
Thanks, Sebring, for continuing to serve.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Sebring. All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. All right, we're on the last page, y'all. 38, resolution number 2025-254, reappointing Dale S. Goodwin and Joseph Johnson as members of the Dothan Houston County Intellectual Disabilities Board.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion second is for approval. Any discussion?
Thank Dale and Joseph again for continuing to serve.
Yes. You are an official complimenter.
I am.
Thank you, sir.
Trying to be positive.
Yeah, yeah.
Doing a good job.
Thank you. All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 39, resolution number 2025-255, approving the payment of invoices for the month of August 2025 in the amount of $28,097,548.47.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 40, resolution number 2025-256, awarding the bids and approving other purchases over $30,000 by the city.
Motion for approval.
Second.
Motion second for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Item 41, resolution number 2025-257, approving advanced travel requests for the city employees.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion seconds for approval. Any discussion? All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay.
Motion to adjourn until September 23rd, 2025 at 10 a.m. to canvass runoff election results.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second for the adjournment until September 23rd, 2025 at 10 a.m. to canvass election results. All in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay. Then I need a majority vote for that gets us, won't it, City Clerk? So we're good? Okay. All right, well then, I'll turn it over to City Manager, admin meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First item on the agenda is approval of minutes from September 2nd,
Can we-
2025.
Can we pause 1 second?
No, I'll be sure. Go ahead.
Okay, okay.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Can we, City Attorney, can we continue to move forward then and do approval of the minutes? City Clerk?
Can we-
Okay, we got a majority. All right, and then we need the approval, of which ones is it? I didn't have my, what month?
September 2nd,
September 2nd.
2025.
Motion for approval. Second. One of those.
Yeah, we got one or two
Whatever.
on either end for a motion and a second for approval of the minutes. All in, if no changes, then all in favor say yea.
Yay.
Any opposed say nay.
We do have two privileges of the floor. The first is from Ruth Page Nelson.
Just a reminder about the 3 minutes, please, ma'am. And if you would state your name and address, please.
Okay, I want to ask, first of all, I had asked before, did I ask Kevin Kelly to respond to me regarding speaking on pending lawsuits? Because my understanding of the Constitution is that I have a freedom of speech when I stand here, not regulated except by the time and the decorum. Is that right?
We have an ordinance and you need to follow the ordinance.
Is that right?
Whatever the
Is
ordinance.
it constitutional? Well, what the ordinance, I understand, says is that I cannot talk about pending lawsuits. But what the Constitution says is that I can. And when you deny me as commissioners, that this could wind up being a felony on your behalf. So I want to know, that I asked Kevin Kelly to respond in writing to me Friday before 5. I asked again yesterday. I got no response.
You cannot speak during this time.
Stop. I'm Ruth Page Nelson, and I have worked tirelessly to get an FBI investigation into this city. What we got instead was a farce. Stop killing Charlie Kirk. Dothan killed Charlie Kirk 100 times before he was ever shot. His voice for free speech was murdered here. It has been repeatedly killed, at least since 2016. The restricted privilege of the floor, texts and phone calls, want to know what I will be speaking about, asking Sam to not to speak. Every time free speech is denied, the perpetrators shoot Charlie Kirk in the neck again. Charlie Kirk was true to himself. In leadership, we debate what is a great man. A great man is one that's true to himself. He kept the Cracker Barrel spirit. He spoke his mind. Many found their own truth through his voice. Charlie was no Nazi. He stood for what he believed in. He stood up against the woke movement that is devilish. He proved why we need the Second Amendment, because it protects the First Amendment. He was stolen. His life was cut short because he spoke the truth, his truth. I stood before you. I stand here to inform you that we will not bow down. I would rather you wore your KKK hats proudly than hide them in your desk just to deceive us into believing a lie.
Ms. Nelson, your 3 minutes are up. Sorry.
The next privilege over the floor is Samuel Pooh, and he has requested a maximum of 7 minutes instead of the 3 minutes. So if any of you are in agreement with giving him 7 minutes, please raise your hand. Mr. Pooh, you have 3 minutes.
Before I start, can I talk about the 3 commissioners that's leaving?
No,
Can I do
just
that?
3 minutes, please.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to talk about a conversation really quickly that happened between Julian McPhillips, myself, and Mr. Kelly. Mr. McPhillips had called him, and he was talking to him, trying to deal with him rather than, Lynn White, which was difficult. Okay? He let me patch in and listen. I listened to Kevin Kelly talk about I'm the worst person in the world. I have a mental illness. I'm dangerous to everybody, and blah, blah, blah. Well, let me say this. In 31 years, I have never lost against Kevin Kelly. Lawyers are ranked according to Martindale Hubbell, AV, BV, CV. Do any of you know what he's ranked? You should. I'm 36-0 against everybody you have, including Jim Pike, who is an AV lawyer. I've never lost. But again, okay, there's a report came out on Mark Saliba's wife when she assaulted me.
Sir, that's a personal matter. That is not a topic.
I have a right to speak on
City attorney,
I have a right to speak.
He's violating our policy.
you're violating our
I
policy.
can't, okay, I won't talk about that. But let's just say, we know it. Okay. So they called together a meeting. I don't remember if it was Mr. Morris or his secretary, and wanted to meet with me. So we got some time, like from 9:30, 1:30. I went, and that's perfectly fine. But you can't bring Mr. Kelly when I don't have, Dave, I got to have my lawyer there. You can't deal with me when I have counsel like David Sawyer and Don Bennett. Okay, we have a second meeting, and the mayor's involved in this. Again, we bring Kevin Kelly. Okay, we have a commission meeting a few weeks ago, and 2 weeks ago, and I learned on a holiday weekend they sent out a text or email at like 5:22 p.m. I didn't receive. I learned from Bradley Bedwell that they sent that text. You got to give a man time to talk with his lawyer, but they had already violated that when they wrongfully terminated me. And they also violated that when I had tickets to go race in Montgomery or Atlanta, and they basically, let's get back to Mr. Pierce. On 9/1 of September 1st of 25, I started getting texts from him that talked about, is there anything I can do to convince you not to come? And I said, we need a mayor that's a pillar of truth. And then I go cease and desist from any communication between me. I get it, he keeps on. I do it the second time, and he actually likes it, he keeps on. I'm getting text at 7:01 a.m. He's trying to oppress freedom of speech. We've already dealt with this in a lawsuit, and it was resolved. I can't talk about this, but I have a right to speak from this commission. And there's a valid report filled out on him for harassing communications. His friend Kirksey doing the same crap. Mark Cosgrove, who threatened to pull a bullet through my head, same thing with his deal. Your daddy should have fired a fellow selling assault weapons at a fire station.
Sir, is that not a violation as well?
That's over 20 years old.
Yes, sir.
No, well, let's talk about the 15 actionable claims. I can't go to Waffle House without being harassed, and I know you're gonna cut me off, that's fine. But I'm gonna put you in federal prison because you have
Sir,
162
your time-
misdemeanors.
your time is
162 misdemeanors.
Thank you, sir.
You're a coward.
That's all the business we have.
That's factual.